I forgot to also mention that according to YouTube, it was Tupac's moms that put a contract on Tupac's head. There was a psychic that mentioned that it was Tupac's mom's that Pac's head. And, remember, she was a political activist in her day. So, therefore, this is the he say, she say. I don't know what this is really about, but this is the he say, she say. It was Tupac's moms. And it kind of, and I guess it seems like it makes sense, but this is what it is. It's Tupac's moms put a contract on Tupac's head. Don't know why a mother would do that to a child. Who knows? And she, remember, I also said that whoever shot Tupac, Orlando Anderson, he came from Chicago because of his hairstyle. You can tell he come from Chicago. That's another. Tupac's moms had connections with Chicago because remember, she was a political activist or a civil rights activist. And who else is in Chicago was a civil rights activist or some sort of political activist? If you ever heard of Jesse Jackson, then you understand that he's a political activist or a civil rights activist that come from Chicago. This is the only reason why Tupac possibly got shot by Orlando Anderson. And the only reason why I can tell that Orlando Anderson come from Chicago is because of that story. And I figured it out because when you watch black people movies that take place in Chicago, they have the same hairstyle as Orlando Anderson. Nobody out in the West Coast has the same hairstyle as Orlando Anderson. And if Ice Cube had that hairstyle as Orlando Anderson back in them days during the 90s, it's because he was on tour rapping. But before that, they all had slick type of hair on the West Coast. Their hair was always how you say? They listen, the West Coast during that times, they were all the West Coast, most of them were all Jerry curls, Shirley Temples, their hair was permed. That was the West Coast during that time. So Orlando Anderson was not Crip. He was some Chicago gang. And this is how I came to that conclusion or that theory or hypothesis. More theory and conclusion. That's all for now.